My dear friends, have you eaten yet? For Singaporeans and Malaysians, this is not simply a question of whether one has eaten or whether one has partaken in a meal. Especially among the older generation, it is used as a form of greeting. Instead of saying hello or hi, people greeted each other by asking, "Have you eaten yet?" It is as good as saying, "How are you doing?" Because in the old days, our immigrant forebears were living almost a hand-to-mouth existence, and many frequently went hungry. So asking whether one has eaten yet took on an entirely new meaning. It is a reflection of a simpler and yet more generous time, and dare I say, a more community-minded and caring generation. My late father used to tell me that in the old days, people didn't give it a second thought to share with others what little they had. So, "Have you eaten yet?" is not merely a greeting, but in some instances, was an invitation to share one's food with others. I think another important element is that it offers those in need dignity and respect. It is a sign of hospitality. When someone is already in need of the most basic necessities, and you know about it and you know that you can help, why not help them proactively? Why make them beg? So it is not merely fulfilling their material needs, but more than that. Today's gospel passage is the narrative of the 5 loaves and 2 fish. One common interpretation of the passage is that it refers to the institution of the Eucharist. Another interpretation is that it shows God's providence. But I think more interestingly, the gospel passage reminds us of how Jesus treated the hungry people, with dignity and respect. The disciples wanted to send the people away to fend for themselves, but Jesus refused to send them away and instead asked his disciples to gather all the food, even though it was very little they had, and shared with the crowd, the hungry crowd. Jesus acted with hospitality and generosity. Moreover, Jesus and the disciples did not wait until they were asked to respond to the hungry crowd, but saw the need and responded accordingly. It was proactive. And I think Jesus' example informs us of something fundamental to what charity means in our faith. Charity doesn't mean those who have give to those who do not, but rather it is an invitation to share in what everyone should have, especially the basic necessities, since everything comes from the Lord. This is an expression of Christian hospitality and generosity. And Christian charity is proactive. As much as possible, we should be discerning and be aware of the needs of the people and then render assistance accordingly. I think this is the attitude of an evangelizing church, proactively reaching out to others. My dear friends, don't just wait for others to come to you to beg for help. Go forth and seek them out. Bring the gospel to them and ask them whether they are hungry for material and spiritual nourishment, and invite them to share in the table of the Lord.